Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here, and welcome to another retro gaming review. And this time I bring you World Cup Carnival, released by US Gold in 1986. And it was released as you probably guessed, in time for the World Cup that took place in Mexico in 1986. And on the right there, in the bottom right corner, you can see Piqué, the mascot for that particular World Cup. A bit worried about the fact it's got US Gold, because as many people know, US Gold were notorious for releasing some pretty, well, to put it mildly, unremarkable releases. So let's get this. The official World Cup Carnival. Now that where it says World Cup at the top there, that looks worryingly similar to what appears in World Cup football, released by Arctic Computing in 1984. Why do I get the feeling that's why it says 1984 on the copyright year on the screen we've just left? And even these menu options look worryingly similar. Okay. Right, I'll be using keyboard. World Cup. Oh no. Even this screen is looking the same. In World Cup football, you had a screen exactly like this, and you did exactly the same thing to select the number of players. Well, that's obviously going to be one because there's only one of me. Right. 5, 6. We've got 24 teams in this. So I'll pick a team. I'm actually in England at the moment, so may as well pick England. Quarter finalists. Oh god. This is really starting to look very familiar. Oh no, even this screen's looking even more familiar. You have got to be frigging joking. Please tell me I'm not just imagining this. Oh no, I'm not imagining it. I mean, look at that crowd. Even that crowd is identical to World Cup football. Literally all they've done is tweak some of the menu options and change the advertising boards. Apart from that, it's the exact same bloody game. Oh my goodness, this is one of the most... Is this possibly the most cynical rehash ever? I mean, we complain about remakes, but remakes of classic films and the like, and this doesn't even count as a remake. It's the exact same frigging game. Look, even the counter in the top right is in exactly the same font as it was in Arctic's World Cup football. I mean, the only other thing, which I'm kind of thankful they did, is remove that god-awful music that played during World Cup football, because that was horrendous. That also helped it to play a little bit quicker, but aside from that, and the advertising boardings being different and some other bits here and there, it's the exact same frigging game. And they had the gumption to charge full price for this, which from what I can make out, was more than double what Arctic's World Cup football was. And yeah, they may have included some extra bits and bobs. and yeah, there they may have included some extra bits and bobs in with the game, but that still doesn't make what they've done all right. And now for some reason my players aren't moving. Why aren't my players moving? Half time, change ends. So I can't believe this. This is just. I just can't believe US Gold got away with pulling a stunt like this. I don't know what happened there. Suddenly, I seem to have regained control. The goalies are still as maniacal as they were in World Cup football as well. Further proof that they've just reskinned the exact same game. Oh God! I really pity any kid who was really looking forward to the World Cup in Mexico and bought this game on the strength of its name, and then got presented with this. And it still has the same problem that the clock didn't stop while everyone just then was trying to get into their original positions. Oh God, this is. Deary me. I mean, US Gold came up with some pretty crappy titles in there for a lot of the time, particularly from the mid 1980s onwards. But this is not just crap; it's utterly cynical. Look at that! What the hell are they doing? And of course, goalie hoofs it off just like he did in World Cup football. What a joke! Right, that's full time. Funny enough, when I reviewed World Cup football in my previous review, I also got 5-0 in that, and you scored using the exact same sweet spot. Ugh. Well, I'm ending now after that, and there is literally no point in expanding any more on this game because it's basically the same game as World Cup football by Arctic Computing. Now, I actually read up what actually happened, and it seems like there was a problem with the originally planned football game, and they were running out of time. They just realised that there was no way they could finish it in time due to some unexpected issues. So US Gold just got an already completed earlier title and reskinned it to make it relevant to the Mexico '86 World Cup. And the game they ended up picking was World Cup football by Arctic Computing from a couple of years earlier. But to market it as a new game, I, I just it just beggars belief. I mean, why would? See, And I've just been looking at the cassette inlay, and I've just I just noticed there are absolutely no screenshots on it the way you quite often got. Gee, I wonder why they decided not to put any of that on it. Could it be that they would have seen people would have seen through that ruse and realised that the game's visuals, even for the Spectrum, were not up to the standards for a game that came out in 1986? Because in fact, it's based on a game that came out in 1984. So I'm not even going to bother. I'm not even going to bother with reviewing the graphics, sound, and gameplay, and the other things I normally do, because if you've seen my World Cup football review, then it's going to be pretty much exactly the same. The only real difference is that at least there's none of that horrible music. That is the one good thing about this version over that earlier version. They got rid of that horrible tuneless dirge. Apart from that, this is just an unacceptably poor attempt to cash in. So I'm actually, because it was such a poor cash in attempt, and they had the gall to charge blooming £9.95 for a game that would have qualified for being re-released on budget by that point. Shame on you. So I'm actually going to give this a lower score than the 3 that I gave to World Cup football. I'm actually going to give it a 1. Although it has the advantage of not having to play while listening to that horrible music, the fact that it's such a cynical cash grab, which costs 5 pence short of a tenner, and bear in mind that's 1986 money, so for a kid that would have been quite expensive, and then being given a reskin of World Cup football, and sorry. While I understand that problems like that can occasionally happen, reskinning of something like that was just it. I get the feeling a lot of people would have been left with a sour taste in their mouth when they realised what had happened. So I hope you enjoyed watching this review. Hope to catch you on another one soon. Texie88 out.